Hi guys, I am Vikas sir. Today we are going to read a topic named Children at Work. This is from class 8 supplementary book from NCERT. So all the CBSE students of class 8 can learn this. So let us start. Children at work. So there are many reasons why children have to work. Children at work means there is child labor in our society. Till today, child labor is continuing in our society, which is a very great concern. So there are many reasons that the children are working nowadays. Some help their family to make a high livelihood, and others run away from home being unhappy. So to support themselves, they run away from home and work. So that's why the children work. Children who have to work cannot go to school and play like other children of their age. So it is the provision of the government to provide free and compulsory education to the children below the age of 14. So all children below the age of 14 will not work, and child labor is illegal in the world today. So here let us study this topic, children at work. So this is a story about a boy named Velu, an 11-year-old boy who runs away from home due to some reasons. Let's see what was the reason and what did he do after running away from the home. Let's begin. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When Kanyakumari Express is the name of a train and which Velu went to Chennai. Chennai Central is the station in Chennai. So Velu got off from the Kanyakumari Express at the Chennai Central railway station. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly. So here wobbly means unsteady. Okay, unsteady means not constant, because he was traveling in the train, and when he got up from the train, he felt like that he is still moving. So that is wobbly, unsteady. Okay, his legs felt wobbly as if he was still on a moving train. You should feel that while you are going somewhere on a bus or some vehicle, when you got up from that vehicle, you feel like that you are still moving. That was the same feeling that Velu was feeling. Oi, out of the way! A porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. Oi, out of the way! A porter went by with a loaded trolley. A porter means one who pulls cart, porter. So he was going somewhere with a loaded trolley. He said, "Oh, out of the way." He hinted or said Velu to move aside, to jump aside. Velu jumped aside too. He sat on a bench on the platform, on the railway platform in the Chennai Central railway station. Velu sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. Small bundle means he had some luggage, so he put it down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people, except once a year at the fair in his village. So he was 11-year-old. I have told you earlier that Velu was an 11-year boy. So never in his 11 years, never in his life, He had never seen so many people, as many people he is now seeing, he is now watching on the railway platform, except once a year at the fair in his village. So, you must have visited any fair. There are many people in the fair. So, like that Bhelu had also seen so much people in the village fair once in a year. Now he is seeing so many people in the platform. There are many people on the platform then. Bhelu sat on the bench and saw them. People walked by, bumping into him with their suitcases. Okay. So, people walked by, people were walking by the platform, by the bench where Bhelu was sitting, bumping into him with their suitcases. They are pushing him, or like that. A voice announced something on the loudspeaker. There are announcements in the platform. You have also heard that there are some announcements on the railway station about the arrival of trains and departure of the trains and the timetable, etc. So, a voice announced, putting on a loudspeaker. Near him, a group of people, near him means near Bhelu, here he means Bhelu, near Bhelu, a group of people sat on their luggage, looking at a TV hanging from the roof. A TV was hanging from the roof. You must have seen that there are televisions or some screens hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible. There was a loud noise on the platform. Bhelu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. Bhelu is away from, very far away from his village, from his home. He is now in Chennai. So, he is now very miserable condition. He is in very miserable condition. He is very sad and exhausted, very tired. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. So, it took 2 days to reach Central Station, Chennai Central to reach. That means he is very far away from his village now and he is alone. For 2 days he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. So, that much food he has eaten since 2 days, just some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. Okay. In his bundle he carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. He is a little boy. So, in the bundle he had not so much things, so many items. He carried just a shirt, a towel and a comb only. He had walked for most of the day to Kannur and then got on the train to Chennai. Bhelu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector did not come to the unreserved compartment. So, most of you might have travelled on a train. So, for that we should have a ticket, but Bhelu had no money. So, how could he buy some ticket, buy any ticket? But luckily the ticket collector did not come to the compartment where Bhelu had entered. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. Near the door means near the door of the compartment, that buggy. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. There are many people, they are playing cards in the compartment and shouted all night. Hey, what? New to town, eh? Called out a rough voice. Rough means rude. There was a rude voice calling him. New to town? Bhelu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. So, he must be thinking that who had called him like that rough voice, in a rough voice who called him. So he looked around and there was many people standing, but nobody was looking at him. Here, hey, that means somebody is calling him. He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age. There was another girl of her age, sorry, of his age, of Bhelu's age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Banyan is a costume for the boys, for the gents, but the little girl had put on that. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. Okay, brownish hair. She had a huge sack on one shoulder. So the little girl, the girl had a sack on her shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. So the little girl was collecting some dirty plastic things, some garbage. Okay, that means the little girl must be alone. Okay, why is she calling me? Thought Bhelu. Bhelu is new to the town, to Chennai, and that time the girl was asking about him. Why is the girl calling him? Why is a girl wearing a banyan then? The girl was calling Bhelu, and Bhelu was thinking that why the girl called him and why the girl was wearing a banyan. No need to stare stupidly. Stupidly means foolishly. Stupid, foolish. Okay, so no need to stare stupidly. What's your name? The girl said. The girl asked Bhelu's name. We know that the boy is Bhelu, but the girl did not know his name. So no need to stare stupidly. What's your name? Bhelu, muttered Bhelu. Muttered means murmuring. In a low voice, spoke in a low voice, Bhelu, looking away. So Mr. Bhelu, said the girl, looking at his bundle, run away from home. The girl guessed that Bhelu might have run away from home. Bhelu did not answer. He did not want to tell some strange girl what he had done. Yes, it is right that to unknown persons, to strange people, we should not give our identity and we should not tell everything about us to strange people. Bhelu also did the same thing. He had run away because he could not stand his father beating him for one more day. That means Bhelu's father was beating him. That's why he ran away from home, because he could not stand. Stand means here tolerate. Stand means tolerate. Okay, he could not tolerate any more day, one more day that his father beat him. So he ran away. His father would snatch away all the money Bhelu and his sisters earned and spend it on drink. So in drinking alcohol. Bhelu's father was spending all the money that Bhelu and his sisters earned, spent in drinking. Don't drink, I don't know. Sorry, don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So what are you going to do here? Become rich? So this place is full of children like you. The girl said, don't think I don't know. That means the girl says she knew everything, because there are many other children like Bhelu in the town. She sat down next to him. Bhelu shifted away slightly. Bhelu was a little afraid, so she shifted away slightly. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Okay, so Velu was very hungry because since 2 days he had not eaten any more food but only some peanuts and some jaggery we have already discussed. So Velu was very hungry. Okay, and pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Grimace means twisted expression due to pain. Okay, twisted expression due to pain. Hungry? Asked the girl. The girl asked about Bhalu. Is he hungry? You won't get food by sitting here glumly making faces. Glumly means sadly. You cannot have food by mere sitting here. Okay. I can find some if you want. The girl proposed, gave a proposal to find some food for him. She picked up her sack and started to walk away. Velu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? Okay, so Velu heard lots of questions whether the girl was right. Should he follow the girl or stay here? She was disappearing into the crowd. Crowd means gathering of people. So the girl was disappearing into the crowd. So he had to make up his mind quickly. He had to decide. Otherwise, the girl will disappear and Bell will not get her. Alright, he decided. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped off and ran after her. Velu also followed the girl. He ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was because the girl is very much habituated, very much accustomed about the city. In the city, so she has no tension, no worry about visiting anywhere. But Velu was alone, new to the town, so he want some people to help him. And this is the girl to perhaps she is thinking to help him. So Velu decided to follow the girl. Next, okay, part 2. He caught up with the girl as she was leaving the station. As the girl was leaving the station, Velu saw that the girl was leaving. When they got to the road, Velu found that the vehicles kept coming and never stopped for any more. Smoke and dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. Velu had come from a village. He had never seen so much vehicles running on the road. His head spin. They had to wait for a long time. The girl and Velu had to wait for a long time before they could find a gap to run through. It is a very big city and we have to be careful while crossing the road. So they waited for a long time to find a gap so that they could cross the road. Velu kept hesitating and the girl finally dragged him to the other side. Velu did not know how to cross the road and when to cross the road. He hesitated, but the girl knew what to do and when. So she dragged Velu to the other side of the road. What do you think you are doing? Grazing cows? If you stand around in the middle of the road like that, you will be chutney. So the girl was scolding Velu for hesitating. We have to be very quick to cross the road while we have some gap. Velu's heart was still beating fast. He looked back at Central Station and the traffic speeding by. Traffic means vehicles. Okay, vehicles speeding by. Velu looked back at the railway station. How had they managed to come through that? Velu was very surprised how they cross the road in such a busy road. They walked along the side of the road under some what? Under some huge signboards. There are many signboards along the road, by the roads. So Bhelu was new and he was looking at the signboards. Bhelu looked up at the pictures, bunions, car tires, pens, a woman holding a box. So there are many advertisements on the signboards by the road. Bhelu was very interesting to look at them. The writing was all in English, so he did not know what it meant. Bhelu was uneducated. He had never gone to school. How could he learn English? He did not know what it was written on the signboards. The girl turned onto a wide bridge and walked off. Bhelu stopped and peeped over the railing. Under him, the road ran into the city. Okay, the girl turned onto a wide bridge and walked off. Bhelu stopped and peeped over the railing. There was railing and the Bhelu was peeping over them. Under him, the road ran into the city. They were going on the bridge, over bridge. In the distance, he could see huge buildings and towers and more roads. See that big building with a wall around it? If you are not careful, you will soon be counting bars there. The girl grinned and pointed at a huge building. So the girl grinned, okay, mocked at the boy, mocked Bhelu, and saw a huge building. Bhelu squinted and read the Tamil sign. You know that Tamil is the mother language, mother tongue of Tamil Nadu, and Chennai is in Tamil Nadu. The capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai. So there are some Tamil signboards. It was written Central Jail. So Bhelu at least read the Tamil language. Why? I haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything. Just don't get caught, that's all. So the girl said to be careful and not to be get caught. What does she mean that not to get caught? What does she mean? Bhelu wondered. Meanwhile, the girl was already heading down the bridge with a sack on her shoulder. What was in it? He had seen her putting plastic cups into it at the station. Bhelu had already seen that the girl was picking up some plastic cups into the station, into the bag, into the sack. What are you carrying in that bag? Bhelu asked. The girl said, things, bottles, paper. These are the things the girl was carrying in that sack. Bhelu wondered what she was doing with them, but he felt shy to ask any more questions because Bhelu was new to talk with a girl, so he felt very shy to ask any more questions. It was still morning, but the sun blasted down on the tar. Tar means the road, the tar road, and Bhelu's bare feet burned. It was so hot, although it was morning. It was so hot. It was not like walking on a mud road. He was soaked with sweat. He tried hard to walk in the shade and keep up with the girl at the same time. So Bhelu has to walk, keep pace with the girl. The girl was very fast, very quick, because she is very accustomed. She is very habituated with the town. So she has no problem walking on the road. But Bhelu was new, so he has to be very quick and go for the shade so that he could be saved from the heat and sweat. She walked really fast. How far? away was the food. Bhelu was surprised because Bhelu was expecting some food. He was very hungry, and the girl had promised to give some food. After almost an hour of walking, they stopped in front of a big building. Sri Rajarajaswari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam, read Bhelu slowly. There was a Kalyana Mandapam. Kalyana Mandapam means a marriage ceremony is held in the Kalyana Mandapam. So there Bhelu and the girl was present. A sign with letters made of flowers said, Groom Jevi Binayagan, bride Rani. There is a marriage. Okay, Bhelu stared at the big cars parked outside. There are many cars parked outside. One of the cars had a flower garland and roses taped onto it. The girl looked around, pulled one off quickly, and stuck it in her hair. Girls are very fond of flowers, so so was the girl here. She was very fond of flowers too, so she plucked a flower quickly and stuck it in her hair. Come on, she said. Are you going to eat here? Asked Bhelu. Looking at the huge hall and the people inside, Bhelu asked the girl whether they are going to eat some food there. Hopes, said the girl, shaking her thumb under his nose. She led him behind the hall. There was a big garbage bin overflowing with rubbish, garbage, kachra. Okay, there was a big garbage bin overflowing with rubbish. Two goats were standing on the pile. Pile means the collection of garbage. Okay, fighting for a banana leaf. A cloud of flies buzzed around their legs. There are many flies buzzing around their legs. A cloud of flies. This is a collective noun. Cloud of flies. Okay, like a herd of cows, a swarm of bees, a school of fish. There are some collective nouns. You should learn that there are many types of nouns. So here also a type of noun that is called collective noun, a cloud of flies. Okay, you can write in the comment section that what are the different types of nouns. There was a rotten smell in the air because there was a garbage bin. There was a very filthy smell, rotten smell in the air. The girl picked up a squashy banana and held it out to Bhelu. Here is your food. The girl gave it to Bhelu. Bhelu was shocked. Are you going to eat their leftovers? Che, what do you think I am? A dog? I only take untouched food. Here, some more. Catch. She threw him a bada. Bhelu looked at it with distaste. It was very annoying, very regretful, very miserable condition for Bhelu because he had never eaten such food in his life. Come on, hero, eat it. You think I like it? I told you I'll find you something to eat. Don't think I have money to buy food for you. The girl was also very miserable. The Bhelu and the girl at the same time were very sad, very in a very miserable condition because they are struggling for living. They have no money, no food, so they are now eating from the garbage bin. So sad. You'd better eat what you get until you have more your own money. So if you have your own money, when you will earn your own money, you can buy some food for you. It will be better. Till then, you have to live with this food. Bhelu hesitated to eat the garbage, but His stomach squeezed him again. He gulped down the banana and vada. His stomach felt better immediately. Bhelu felt better when he swallowed the banana. He could have eaten at least 10 times more, but the girl could find only one more banana which she ate herself. She has to eat also, so she ate the another banana. It's too early. They have only eaten tiffin. They means here the guests, the people gathered there, they have eaten just the tiffin. If you are still hungry, you will have to wait for them to finish lunch. For then you have to live with this banana. The girl said, you can wait if you want. I have to work. I am going. She picked up a couple of bottles from the heap. Heap means pile. From the gathering, from the collection of garbage, from the bin. The girl picked up some bottles, a couple of bottles. Couple means two. Couple means two. Two bottles from the heap and threw it into her sack. Then she walked off. Bhelu panicked. He was frightened. If the girl leaves, where will he go? He panicked. He realized that if the girl left him, he had no idea where he was and what to do. It was better to stick to her. She seemed to know her way around. He ran after her again. Hey, he called. He means Bhelu. Bhelu called the girl. Hey, he did not even know the girl's name. From a long time, Bhelu was with the girl. Still, he doesn't know her name. The girl knew that the boy was Bhelu, but Bhelu did not know the name of the girl. Oi, what is your name? He asked, hurrying behind her. She stopped and turned around. Oh, ho. So you have been following me around without even knowing my name? Jaya. So the girl is Jaya. So nice name, Jaya. I am not following you. What then? Who got you food? Can I come with you? Where are you going? So they are talking with each other. Bhelu was asking to join her, asking to come with the girl. With the girl means with Jaya. Come if you want. This bag is full. I have to go home to get another one. So the girl said, the girl means Jaya said to get another bag, another sack, because it is full with garbage which she was collecting. Both Jaya and Velu walked along the roads for half an hour. Still, they came to a bridge across a dirty trickle of water. Trickle means flow, a dirty flow of water. Trickle means water flowing very slowly. Dirty trickle of water under a bridge. We are a triplicane now. See, that's Buckingham Canal. That is a canal named Buckingham Canal, said Jaya. Okay. Bhelu stared. Bhelu stared. This was a canal. Near some puddles of water was a row of strangest huts he had ever seen. So Bhelu had never seen such place in his life. This was very new to him. Strangest places, strangest huts there. They were built out of all sorts of things. All sorts of things means any type of things, metal sheets, tires, bricks, wood, plastic. So there are many kinds of things which by which the huts were built. They stood crookedly and looked as if they would fall any moment. They are not well made, they are not permanent huts, they are temporary. Okay, they seemed to fall any moment. Is this where you live? These houses are strange, said Bhelu. In our village, the houses are made of mud and palm leaves. Bhelu was living in a village. There, the houses were made of mud and palm leaves. Here, Bhelu had never seen such huts made of metal sheets, plastic tires, etc. So Jaya went around to one of the huts and dumped her sack outside. Then she picked up an empty one. An empty one means an empty bag. She picked up. Let's go. She turned to Bhelu and gave him a shove. At least help me now. Here, wear these and come with me. She threw him a pair of old shoes without laces, pushed a sack and a stick into his hands. Bhelu was confused whether he should go with the girl to pick some garbage, some plastic cups, plastic bottles, or not. He was very confused what to do. But what could he do in a new city, in a strange city? What work did she want him to do with these things? The only work he had ever done was on the landowner's farm, weeding, taking cows out to graze. Okay, this was the only things the boy had done in his village. He was doing in landowner's farm, and in this town there is no land to work on. Are there any farms in the city? He asked. Bhelu asked for any land, any farm to work in the city. He asked Jaya. She laughed and thumped her stick on the ground. Farms? There are no farmers here. We are rag pickers. Okay, they were rag pickers. They means the children like Jaya. Who is a rag picker then? A rag picker is one who gathers rags or garbage to make some use of them. Okay, they are rag pickers. Rag pickers? See my sack full of things I collected. Collected? From where? Asked fellow. From rubbish bins. Where else? Where can I find the garbage? From the garbage bin, definitely. So you collect rubbish? Bhelu had never heard of such a thing, that someone is collecting rubbish. It was a very strange thing to Bhelu. Hey, blockhead, it's not in rubbish, only paper, plastic, glass, such things. We sell it to Jam Bazar Jagu. Jam Bazar Jagu. There was a bazaar, Jam Bazar, and there was a shopkeeper named Jagu. They sold it to him. Bhelu was puzzled. He had heard of people throwing away rubbish, but why would anyone want to buy rubbish? In the village, people throw away the rubbish, the garbage, but in the city, there are some people who are collecting the garbage. So he was surprised. Who is Jam Bazar Jagu? Why is he buying all this? Bhelu asked. You think he buys it for show? He sells it to a factory. Come on, I don't have time to waste like you, the girl said. Bhelu did not move. He had not run away and come to this new place to dig through garbage bins. He had run away from home because of his father. Now, how can he collect some garbage? Okay. Bhelu did not move there. Jaya poked at him with her stick to move. Look here, she shouted. Jaya shouted at Bhelu. If someone gets there before us, we don't get anything. Don't just stand there posing. Big hero, I am trying to help you. Who filled your stomach today? Jaya is telling that as she filled Bhelu's stomach today, and it is the work of, it is the job of the girl, it is the job of Jaya to collect some rags, some garbage. Bhelu scratched his head and sighed. I'll do it for now, he thought, until I find a better job. So Bhelu was expecting a better job to find. Till then, he will help Jaya to collect some rags. So in the story, we learned that there are many children at work in our country. Not only in our country, but all over the world, there are many children who are under 14, who are children who has to study, continue their study, but due to some problem, familiar, maybe familiar or anything else, they are working on some factories, some dangerous places. Yes or no? So it is our duty to stop the child labor in our society. So stay safe and keep motivating the people against the child labor. Okay, stop child labor. Thank you.